Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to the channel. This is Crypto Companion, and yes, today's episode is all about exposing a particular YouTuber, and we might do a few more in the future. It seems like I've got my job cut out for me with this. We're going to have a look at some of these DeFi YouTubers who promise you everything, tell you to do something and don't follow it themselves. Misdirection, misleading, lies, whatever you want to call it. We're going to dig in deep and have a look at a particular YouTuber, the first one up the ranks, and I'm going to provide you with the factual information and ways that you can check this information out, how I go about it, and you make the decision from there. I've made my decision. I have my own beliefs, alright? But before we do take the next step forward and expose this person, I want to make it very clear that violence is not accepted. You do not go to this YouTuber and harass them. You do not give any sort of physical or mental verbal abuse at all, guys. We don't do that here, alright? If you don't like this person, then just don't watch them. Just stay away from them. If you don't like me, same thing. Or I'm more than happy for you to put in some comments, constructive criticism if you like, by all means. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look. Can we have a drum roll, guys? Alrighty, geez, that was intense, wasn't it? Look what happened, I found some sound files. Alright, the Real Manny D. Real Manny D, g'day mate. Now, the Real Manny D, he's got over 2,500 subscribers, so I'm almost there. Not. Anyway, the Real Manny D, he started uploading by the looks of it 2 months ago, and most of his content is related to baked beans. Now, Manny shills baked beans quite a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can shill whatever you want. But the reason Manny's up here is because he tells you to do one thing, and we believe he doesn't follow what he tells you to do. We have evidence and information that we're going to show you as we go along. And again, you make your own decision. But basically, Manny, no, you can't do that, mate. That's just wrong. And we're sick of all the bullshit. So let's jump into it, shall we? The first bit of information that we're going to need, guys, is the YouTuber's reference number for a project that they're doing. So Manny's doing baked beans. Now, where YouTubers make their money is from this reference, okay? You can use my reference, anyone's reference that has their project code link up there. And so we're going to have a look at Manny's reference code for baked beans. But the thing is, Manny's actually taken down his reference code. None of these YouTube clips have his reference code. So we went further back and we found it. Let's go have a look at one of Manny's videos. Now, we're not going to watch his video. I don't have the rights to watch his video. And I haven't spoken to Manny about this. So, having a look at show more, and down here we've got baked beans with a REF code. We're going to click on that and it brings up the baked beans app. Okay, looking at the address bar, guys, you've got this information that says ref, which is reference, equals. Now, that number there is actually Manny's reference code, or wallet, or contract number, whatever you want to call it. We're going to copy that. Remember that that code ends in a 109. Okay, as you scroll down to the bottom, this here is the contract ID, or icon, for baked beans. We're going to click on that. Now, this is what the contract information looks like. For BNB, it's done by BSC scan. This here, this contract number, which ends in 6BF, is baked beans contract number, wallet, whatever you want to call it, address. All right. If we were on a different project which had AVAX, for example, when you click on the contract, it actually wouldn't be BSC scan. It would be Snowtrace, I think it is. All right. So just a bit of side information. So now we've got baked beans contract. We're going to actually duplicate this tab. Right click and duplicate. And now we're going to paste in Manny's number, 109. Now this, I'll make you all aware, this is all above board. This is all legit. This is what the blockchain is about, transparency. Now, most of the times you won't know who owns this contract number. But part of the DeFi space at the moment with ROI, dApps, etc., is that people assign their wallet number as a reference. That's their reference, so that when you use it, some of the money that you put in there goes to them as a thank you for inviting them to this project. Now, that is why we can actually attach Manny's name to this, and you can do it with mine, you can do it with other YouTubers. I don't have a problem with that. You can go and have a look at mine, not a problem. Alright, so this here, Manny's address, okay, and balance, BNB value, whatever, doesn't matter, he can move that out and whatnot. As we go down, the main thing we're looking at is transactions, alright, and when we look here, we've got methods. Methods is the transaction type, and when you have a look, we've got buy eggs, transfer, sell eggs, keep going down. So sell eggs was 1 day, 6 hours ago. Sell eggs 2 days ago. Sell eggs 3 days ago. Not looking good, Manny. Sell eggs 4 days ago. Sell eggs 5 days ago. Alright, let's hold it there. Now, in fairness to Manny at this point, there are lots of projects that use the same method type or transaction type. A lot of different projects use the same wording, buy eggs. So in fairness, we don't know if this is in relation to baked beans or not. We know it's on Manny's address, on his contract, his wallet, but we don't know if it's related to baked beans. So we're going to come down to the bottom right, CSV export, which is a spreadsheet. We're going to open that up, guys. And having done this before, I know how far I can go back, and I'm just going to go back to the beginning of January this year. And it goes to the 31st of May, which we haven't gotten there yet. And hopefully I'm not a robot. No, I'm not. Beautiful. Click on download. Tick tock, tick tock. Alright, we're going to open that up. Now I'm a bit of a POV because I don't actually have Microsoft Office. Alright, free plan maker. Okay, so this is what we've got, guys. This is the information that comes through in a spreadsheet format. The main things we want to look at is the TX hash, transaction number I call it, date and time, the from and to contracts, and the method type. They're the main things I want to look at. I'm actually going to hide a few of these things. I don't care about all of that. Bear with me as I blumber through this. Take that one out. Alright. Now, they're the main ones that we need to look at. We'll open that up, further. Now remember I was saying in regards to the contract, we don't know if those sell eggs, buy eggs, etc. was related to baked beans or not. Now we're just going to add in autofilter. Okay, you can see here that the contract gone to, there's a heap of different numbers. Alright, that's not what we're after. We want the one contract. We want the baked beans contract. So let's bring up baked beans again. Contract address, here we go. This is the baked beans contract address. We're going to copy address to clipboard. And then we're going to open up our spreadsheet again. And in this to column, column F, we're going to have a look for that one address. Done. Everything in this spreadsheet here is related to baked beans, and as you can see on the left, we spoke about Manny's contract ends in 109 and baked beans ends in 6BF. So everything here is a transaction related to baked beans, and when we look at the method or transaction type, you can see down here we've got buy eggs, hatch eggs, sell eggs, and straight away you can just go ahead and filter, and let's say we want to have a look at buy eggs. This is the number of times Manny has bought eggs, right? And it actually gives you the value here of how much Manny's put in. So for example here, Manny's put in 40 BNB. When we have a look at the date, which is in US format, backwards, I call it backwards, they call it forwards, 19th of April. Alright, so he put 40 BNB in. And so you can break down, do whatever you want. As I said, you can do it to mine, you can do it to anyone that offers a reference code or a contract code you can search for. Alright, so that's that. That's what we've done, but hey presto, I don't want to take up much more of your time, so I've gone ahead and done it myself. You weren't meant to see that. Alright, this is Manny's. So as I said, 6BF is baked beans wallet, and 109 is Manny's wallet. I've left these columns here purely for visibility that you can check it. Now we've got along the right, I've just highlighted here You've got buy eggs, hatch eggs, and sell eggs. And as you scroll down, the color coding just makes it easier, more visually pleasing that you can see. Like there's a lot of hatch eggs there, a few sells, a lot of hatch, a couple of buys, and then more sells. All right. Now Manny's a 6-to-1 ratio guy, and we'll touch base very quickly on some of his YouTube content in a minute. But with all this information here, now one thing I want to tell you about I missed is the sell eggs. That's not in there. I had to go and search for that. Now your buy information will come up, but your sell information doesn't. And I'll just quickly show you how to do that. Come across to the transaction hash number, copy that one, and then go back to the BSC scan contract. Doesn't matter which one, it's all irrelevant, because you're going to put it into this search column. Paste it in there. Okay, now that will actually tell you the details of the transaction that took place. Transaction hash number, excuse me, TXN hash. Tells you from wallet 109, to wallet 6BF. Okay, and it's the bottom amount here, 3.02. So I've gone ahead and I've grabbed each one of those and I've pasted it into this spreadsheet. See, 3.02. So that's how much of sell eggs Manny did on that day, which was the 5th of May. All right. Now, breaking it down to even a more simplified format, I've got over here a spreadsheet again, which comes along in these rows: March all the way through, April row 6, May row 7. March, because Manny's first buy was on the 15th, I won't bother going back, you can look at that, was on the 15th, it meant he only had 17 days left. Seeing there's 7 days in a week, it leaves you with 2.4 weeks in March. And this box here is in relation to how much he withdrew. So in March, Manny withdrew 16.8 BNB, 14 transactions to do that, which equaled 5.8 times he withdrew in each week. He bought 4.73 BNB across 10 transactions in March, which averaged 4.1 transactions per week. And he hatched 41 times, which was an average of 16.9 times per week. You go to April, you can have a look, there's 30 days, 4.3 weeks. He sold and withdrew 263 BNB 13 times. That's 3 times per week. And in May, with only 5 days having gone through so far, 39.5 BNB, 4 times out of 5, which equals 5.6 times he's withdrawn per week. Right, now here's Manny preaching, remember. Do the 6-to-1 ratio. Over here on the right, we've got return on investment. I have no issues. I congratulate everyone that makes money on this, as long as they don't screw people over to do it. Manny has invested 64.83 BNB. That's this section here, buy. He returned 319, which gave him 493%. That's brilliant. In total, 254 BNB has profited, and at roughly 385, he's pulled in just under 100 grand. Now, I'm not even close to anything like that. I'm still trying to make my money back on BNB, so he's done exceptionally well. This is where I believe all your references come from, guys. So, yeah, well done. Just to break it down even further, we're going to have a look at a calendar format. Now, in March, the main thing we're concentrating here is on the sales. Now, we've got one sale on that day, on the 16th. He sold twice on the 17th. He sold once on the 18th. So that's 4 sales in that week. The next week in March, 7 sales. And the last week in March, 4 withdrawals. And then in April, we've got 4 withdrawals. You can choose to make that 3 if you want, because 2 of them were in the same day. We got 2 withdrawals the following week, 2 withdrawals the following week, 4 withdrawals the following week. And then in May, we've also had 4 withdrawals. As I said, the reason that we're bringing this up with Manny is because of what he preaches. Now, I want you to bear in mind that the market hit its all-time high on the 21st of April with about 35,500 BNB. On the 22nd, it dropped about 300 BNB, which is in the green there. And on the 23rd, it dropped 1,100 BNB. And that's where she started to just take this incline down. All right, that's on the 23rd. So what I want to do is I want to touch base on a couple of videos that Manny's uploaded since then. 24th of April, follow the 6 to 1 strategy, baked bean miners here to stay. Now I've gone through and reviewed some of his videos, and here's what he has stated, not me, he has. At 3 minutes 30, I'm not sitting eating beans every day. I could, but I'm not doing that. Everybody needs to follow the 6 to 1. Stop being greedy. He then continues to say, stop listening to these dumb YouTubers out there who talk or eat about eating every day, or you should eat such and such times a week. Stop listening to that. At 6 minutes, he says, so please stop following these idiots on YouTube who talk about eating every day. It's a ridiculous strategy, and it's not even a strategy. It doesn't work. 6 minutes 21, follow the 6 to 1 guys. 6 minutes 30, believe me, I'm going to do everything in my power to not make it fall, even if I have to put 20 to 40k in to the miner, or if I have to put $50,000 into advertising myself, then that's what I'm going to do. Manny, we are waiting. 25th of April, baked beans miner contract crashing, what should I do? That's his video upload. He continues to talk about stop listening to YouTubers. We get to 9 minutes 49, and Manny states, stop listening to people that tell you that our contract is falling, that it's going down. Now bear in mind, at this point in time, the video is showing the Baked Beans website app, and the balance is at 31,747. So we reached 35,500 and it's dropped down to 31,747. So I don't know what Manny's thinking, but Manny, mate, that's definitely dropped, man. That's definitely dropped. Then at 11 minutes 20, the reason it started going down is because people started to eat. No shit, Sherlock. At 14 minutes 32, what should you be doing right now? You should be doing absolutely the same thing you should have been doing since you got started. Keep following the 6 to 1 strategy. Keep rebaking 6 days a week and eating 1 day a week. And then we move on to the 25th of April. This is a good one. Baked bean miner 39 B&B rebake. Okay, at 3 minutes 12, Manny states, I'm not going to eat for probably about a week to 2 weeks. I'm not going to eat anything, maybe more. Alright, we're going to have to go and have a look at our data, shall we? Not going to eat for a week or 2 weeks. On the 25th of April. Now up here, it's 23rd is when I show that it started to tank. 25th of April is when Money come along and said, mate, I'm not going to eat for a week or 2 weeks, maybe more. Yeah, on the 26th, Manny ate. On the 27th, Manny ate. On the 28th, Manny ate. He took a day off on the 29th. I bet you he slept in. On the 30th, he ate. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th. You're full of shit, Manny. Stop telling people to follow the 6 to 1 rule when you're not doing it yourself, mate. You're absolutely full of shit. So not surprisingly, on the 28th of April, Manny uploaded another video. Comment section shut down, and he stated that he's tired of all the negativity. Now I understand there can be a lot of trolls out there, but you know what? When you create it, you wear it. Mate, you're the one that caused this, no one else. So I don't know what the comments were about. I'm going to assume that people found this out and they weren't happy about it. 1st of May, we're right into the thick of it now. We've lost a lot of money on Baked Beans Miner. It's dropped quite a bit, and people aren't getting their rewards at this point in time. Their rewards have dropped significantly. 1st of the 5th, Baked Beans Miner and Toasted AVAX Miner. Look, guys, it's not forced upon you to do so, but if you want to help the miner build a long-term passive income and continue to grow your income, then you follow the 6 to 1 rule. That's after the 14-minute 40 mark. They recommend doing the 6 to 1. At 15 minutes 25, there may be weeks you have to do a 5 to 2. Yeah, really? Yeah, alright. Let's have a look. Maybe weeks that you have to do a 5 to 2. Well, 4, 7, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, you did 2 weeks of 2. Everything else has been 4 and above. You're full of shit. 3rd of the 5th, will the Baked Beans Miner last another month? At 20 minutes 45, Manny's response was, I don't feel there is any need to get concerned or worried. Still good to use the 6 to 1 rule. So Manny, congratulations, mate. I got to give it to you. Let's do this. Congratulations, Manny. You're the first to receive the list of scumbags. Yes, mate, you are. You're the first one on our list of scumbags to go around and tell everyone to follow the 6-to-1 rule, and yet you yourself have been just filtering money out of this contract like there's no tomorrow. Is just disgusting, mate. Change your approach. I honestly, I think you must be dyslexic, even though that's not fair. But I'm going to say it anyway, what the hell. And I think you've got it around backwards. I actually think you meant to tell people to withdraw 6 times and hatch 1 time. That's what I think you meant to say. That would make more sense to me than you flat out lying to all your subscribers and viewers. That's got to be the only thing. That's the only way I can justify what you've said. Alright guys, thank you very much for listening in. I hope you found this information useful. I have got a full-time job on my hands, I believe. We've already teed up the next person. I reckon that person even knows who they are. Good luck to them. We're going to start to identify these people and put them out there and make them accountable, or at least make you aware of who these people are and the truth behind them. Use that contract approach, guys, to have a look and suss out your own contract and other people's contracts if you want. There is nothing illegal about it. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just looking at numbers. You can't go ahead and change their contract or anything like that. I wish you a great day, and I hope this helps you to identify the truth in the information that you're receiving. Thanks guys, take care, and we'll see you on the flip.